As I was walking past a particular shop, one of these pigeons from wherever the pigeon was staying flew down and landed on my head. Guys, remembering now makes me want to run away from where I am. Landed on my head, and as I, eat it like this, another one just flew and the flap just hit my face. Oh my god, I wanted to faint. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Succinct Jumi again. If you're new to my channel, I say a very big welcome to you. So tonight I'm going to be sharing about my PTSD story. So if you've been watching my channel before now, you would have heard me talk about what the channel is about, which is nursing and midwifery, women's health, life experiences, and a lot more. So I used to say a lot more because honestly, tomorrow morning you could wake up and still be talking about something else which is different from these things I've listed before. Okay, so I don't like to be limited sort of to a particular niche. Okay, so we could learn from any aspects. May not be about women alone or about pregnancy, labor, childbirth, and all. So tonight it's just me trying to chit chat with you guys about my life experience, and which is the PTSD experience. So okay, so I'd gone out today and I'm just back from a program, and I just felt like before I do my night face routine, let me just do this quick video. So it's going to be a very quick one. Okay, so I don't know if you're familiar with PTSD. So the full meaning is post-traumatic stress disorder. So it's like a kind of symptoms that you experience when you've had a difficult, you find yourself in a scary, in a difficult, in a terrible situation, and you could have you could have moved past the situation or past the experience, but then when you find yourself in similar situation, you tend to get a flashback and you tend to manifest the kind of symptoms which could be physical or emotional. So this is me sharing my story, about my personal experience on post-traumatic stress disorder. So this happened when I was around 5 or 4 years. Honestly, I can't remember now, but I know my younger brother was not yet born then. So basically it was me and my elder brother, and I remember vividly now that we had gone for a birthday party. On this particular day, we had gone with her mom and her friend then. So it was a 10th birthday of I would call her a girl then, because obviously she was older than us. My brother was around 7 then, and I was around 5. So on our way coming back from the party, we were going behind an elderly woman who was carrying this bako bag. If you Nigerian, you know what this bako bag means. So she was carrying this bako bag and she was going in front of us, and suddenly the bako bag, I don't know what happened, maybe it fell from her hand, or I don't know. Honestly, what I realized was that she had chicks in the bako bag, and the chicks, they all flew out. The chicks, when I talk baby chickens, yeah. So they all flew out of the bag, and she was trying to like gather them, putting them back into the bako bag. And what we knew next was, hawk, this special kind of bird, the hawk that catches or that preys on chicks, just flew down. Probably the hawk had already seen something from the sky, and then the hawk was happy, flew down, to get one of the chicks. And unfortunately for this hawk, by the time it got down, the woman was already, protecting the chicks. Obviously, she had seen the hawk flying down to where she was, and then she protected the chick, and then sort of, threw a bag at the hawk. When the hawk was flying back up to the sky, the claws just crashed my head, guys. The claws of a hawk scratched my head. That moment, I can't remember how it was again, but what I vividly remember was blood dripping down my face. It was so scary to me as a young child. It was scary to my mom. My mom lost it. My mom's friend faced the elderly woman and she was like, why would you, in Yoruba language, why would you do something like that? Why would you not keep your cheeks well in your bag? See what you've done. If your cheeks were not flying around, if your cheeks were not out of the bag, the hawk wouldn't have come, blah, 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 blah. In this whole situation, I remember my mom was almost crying. My brother was scared, and I myself, I was so scared. I was crying, and I don't know how the whole scene went at that point in time, but all I knew was that we got home. I remember I think it was a street nurse there. She came to our house, applied iodine, spirit, methylated spirit, a lot of things. They tried treating my head. And guys, I haven't washed my face, but I'll definitely wash my face, and I'll show you a picture of my forehead. I've got no scar on my head. I don't know how that actually cleared off, but I remembered it was like 3 scratches or 2 scratches, over my forehead, and then my first, like slightly my epidermis, the first layer of my skin peeled. So after that incident, I remembered I was so scared of chicks, baby chickens. Not even baby chickens, just even the chickens, cock, chick, anything bird. I was so scared. Prior to that experience, I'd never had issues with flying animals or so, as far back as I could remember. But after this incident, I couldn't carry chicks. I couldn't move close to chickens. It was like they would fly at me and they would, scratch me with their beak, with the claws. It was just so scary for me. And then till I grew up, till after that incident, till I became an adult, I never moved close to chicks. I never carried them. If a chick, especially if you don't want to make my situation worse, just tell me to pass a route where we have a chicken and the baby, where we have a mother hen and the chicks. Oh my God, you've literally killed me, because anytime I walk past or anytime I'm in an area where we have mother hen and the chicks, it was just like there's a hawk watching those chicks, and would eventually fly down and scratch me again. That was it for me. So I get palpitation, I get so scared. I just get so scared. So that continued like that. I could eat chickens, right? Don't judge me, guys. I eat chickens, but I never touched it. I never want to see live chickens, live birds, never. I don't want to do that. So I remember coming to the UK, and if you're familiar with the UK environment, UK, they've got this kind of species of birds called pigeons. So they literally are the town centers or city center, everywhere. They are flying at you. And so the first thing that turned me off about going to the city center or the town center is these pigeons. I don't want to see them. And then they're not even scared of you. They don't run from you. You're coming and they're literally walking into you. And I'm like, God. So I'm here again. Since I came here, I haven't even seen a live chicken. I haven't seen a hen or cock, whatever like that. I haven't seen. But you see these pigeons, they are like nightmare to me. As time goes by, as I stay more in the UK, I just got used to seeing them around. I realized I no longer run from them. I'm just cool. I could walk beside them and I don't care if they are beside me. So one would have thought I've healed from my trauma, right? Only for one day, I was coming back from work. It was late in the night, not late, but it's around that time of the year where the whole place gets dark at 5 p.m. And so I closed from work that day, and I was walking past the town center around 8:30, guys. And literally, as I was walking past a particular shop, one of these pigeons from wherever the pigeon was staying flew down and landed on my head. Guys, remembering now makes me want to run away from where I am. Landed on my head, and as I, eat it like this, another one just flew and the flap just hit my face. Oh my God, I wanted to faint. I just wanted the ground to open up and swallow me, guys. I was shocked for the following 1 minute of my life. I stood on a spot. I couldn't move. It was dark. The whole place was quiet. There was really no one around. I remember staying on the spot. It was like the next step. What I felt like the next step I was going to take, another pigeon was going to fly on me. I just stood there. I didn't know what to do. I don't know how I walked home because my house was really not far from the town center. I don't know how I did it. I got home that night. I was sweaty. It was winter this time. I was sweaty. I started feeling pains all over my body. I had fever. I rushed to the toilet. When I got home, my husband was like, "What's happening?" I said, "This thing just happened to me like right now. And I feel so sick." Guys, my whole system turned. I became sick instantly. I became sick. I was sweating in the cold. Then I was just like, no, this thing never really left me. If the events did not actually happen again, I wouldn't have even realized I still feel it. You know, it took me back to my 5-year-old self when I had this awk experience. So when I was even telling my husband, he was laughing and he was saying, you and these birds, what's your relationship with birds? Why are they always flapping and crashing and jumping at you? And something also happened. I remember a bird also pulled on my head while both of us were working together. So it was like, what's your correlation with these birds? That was just a joke, guys. But I remember this particular incident took me back to my 5-year-old self, and I was like, no, I was torn. So I started to think, what was I going to do after this? I started reading what to do if things happen like that. I started to read, guys, and I read that therapy could actually work. Probably I need some kind of therapy. But then, even if therapy was going to work, it's going to involve me exposing myself more to that thing that's actually making me scared. Not that you have your PTSD as a result of accidents or the death of someone close to you, and then you now start wishing you have accidents again or you want someone else to die. But it just meant like you have to be open to that kind of experience so that when it happens, it's not going to cause you harm. It just happened. So first of all, I realized I have to settle it down in my mind to say, okay, a bird flew at me. What happened? Did they hurt me? Did they kill me? Well, guys, my 5-year-old self remember how my claws were, how my forehead was, scratched by the hawk. So yeah, honestly, I've read about it, and it's really nothing could really solve my problem about the hawk issues. Probably I need to get familiar with birds, facing my fears, so that even when things like this happen again, I don't feel the same way I have felt. But honestly, I don't think I am ready for that. I don't think I'm ready to start getting familiar with pigeons or with chickens or with hawk. Guys, I am not ready. So this is my PTSD story. Have you gone through a particular, event that has caused you PTSD or you have overcome a particular PTSD moment in your life? What did you do? Or do you think it can be totally cured? What are practical steps? What practical steps do you think one could take? I know I'm a nurse, yeah, and you expect me to give an advice of how one could manage PTSD, but guys, I myself am dealing with PTSD. So if you have a practical example of something similar to mine, or some things that really give you this kind of symptoms that give you this kind of PTSD stuff, just let me know in the comment section. And please do well to like this video, comment, interact on this video, share this video so it could reach people more. Let people share their experiences. I just want to really know I'm not alone. I want to really know I'm not alone. I've heard of cases where people has had symptoms of PTSD that are not even physical. Like me, I was sweaty, I had fever, I was shaky and all. Some people, they just start to feel pain. They don't even know the origin of the pain. It's just like an emotional pain. So just let me hear from you. I just want to know I'm not alone. Honestly, I just want to know I'm not alone, and I don't want anyone to laugh at me. So till I see you next time, I remain Succinct Jumi, and thank you. Bye.